Hey guys, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's talk TV shows. Hollywood owes Resident Evil fans an apology. Instead, they're being labeled as sexist and racist for not liking what's been spoon-fed to them. I didn't even want to do a full setup for this review, but then it hit me. No, this show gives you nothing. Nothing. At least one of us should be giving you something, should be trying harder than the other. And I'll be damned if Netflix is trying harder than me. So bear a few things in mind while I talk about this. Unlike my Infinite Darkness review where I went and talked about each individual episode, I'm not doing that here. I'm just going to talk about it in general. Mostly because, well, Infinite Darkness was only 4 episodes and a half hour each. It should have just been a movie. This series is 8 episodes long, 1 hour each. I'm not dedicating that much time to this review. I have to draw a line somewhere. So if it's not clear in my title, I am giving away everything. Spoilers galore. You have been warned, but I'm only doing this because I don't respect this show. But I respect you guys enough so you don't have to waste your time. This is my honest opinion of Netflix's Resident Evil. So, what's this stinker even about? Well, it depends what timeline you're in. Yeah, it bounces from the past year of 2022 to the present year of 2036 or whatever. But both timelines star Jade Wesker, the daughter of Albert Wesker. No, not that one. This one. Trust me. We'll get to that later. In 2022, Jade and her twin sister Billy moved to their new home, an Umbrella-owned neighborhood. She and Billy fancy themselves as activists, yeah, like most Hollywood writers these days, and find out that Umbrella may or may not be experimenting on animals and decide to rescue them. Because these are teenagers and dumb as zombies themselves, they release a zombie dog and Billy gets bit. All hope seems lost until Wesker saves her life and holds her off turning into a zombie. Yeah, remember when that happened in the Resident Evil games? Any of them? No? Well, want to know why you don't remember that shit? Because it isn't following any of the games. No game is about teenagers. Well, I guess Claire Redfield is 19 in the events of Resident Evil 2, but you know what? Claire's fucking awesome. It's a totally different story.
What happened to the chick that stole that beer? That broke into bio and let the frogs go. She almost got expelled. She got fucking boring.
Anyway, as you can tell, half this show is about teenagers being fucking stupid and generally unlikable. Most viewers say that neither sister is all that likable, but at least Billy is a kind-hearted person who tries to be nice to others and has good intentions. At least up until she decides to party hardy on the verge of turning.
I'm not sitting here waiting for it to happen. If it happens, so fuck it.
You are a cunt, 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 a big fat stinking cunt. Everybody knows from your head to your toes you're a big fat stinking cunt.
But Jade, the main character of the series, is pretty consistent in her unlikability, advocating for her sister to resort to violence when bullies give her a hard time.
They're laughing at you, and you need to shut them the fuck up. One punch, right in the tit.
Even resorting to brutal violence herself when her sister refuses. The fucking irony, am I right? The one time in a Resident Evil property where violence makes the main character a douchebag, in a series where violence is how you survive. How do you fucking do that? You know what? I take everything back. These writers are fucking genius. Beyond all that, it's also apparently a Scooby-Doo mystery of these girls learning about their father's history and what nefarious things he's been involved with in the past. Yeah, because every Resident Evil fan wants one of the most famous and beloved horror video game franchises to be compared to a child's cartoon.
And plenty of room to run and play.
Right. I mostly just read Zootopia porn, so...
And bear in mind, that's only one half of what this series is all about. The other half is taking place in the future with Jade as an adult, and the world is overrun with zombies and bioweapons. Now I do have to admit, this is the more tolerable of the two storylines, mostly because it's the only one that actually feels like Resident Evil. Giant worms, giant spiders, giant crocodiles, and lickers, I admit, when these episodes have them crop up, I'm having an inkling of fun. Too bad I'm following an unlikable character along the way. To be perfectly honest, I was barely paying attention to what this half of the story was all about. I totally forgot why Jade was out in the wild. Just scouting to see if the zombies have developed higher brain functions? I don't know, man. All I know is that the zombies apparently run. It's not like running zombies are foreign in Resident Evil, but they were a very specific type of zombie. Crimson Heads, as they were called. And they didn't really want to eat you so much as simply wanting to tear you apart. But if they weren't Crimson Heads, they were normal, slow zombies.
He was running at me. Ah! Oh my god! Ah! Oh god! Oh my god, who is he running? Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god, no!
This might as well have been 28 days later with how normalized the running zombies are. But fine, that could barely be forgiven if most of the enemies that Jade fights weren't umbrella goons with guns. Though I do admit to enjoying new character Richard Baxter. He was hammy as fuck in his performance, but if you have a Resident Evil villain who isn't hammy as fuck, then something is wrong with the game.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
Interesting. You've done me a big favor, mister.
This is no ritual. It's terrorism.
Isn't that a popular word these days? Not to worry. We've prepared a special ritual for you.
Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Wait, what are you doing?
In fact, hot take here, the only thing the show did right was the main villains, Baxter and the more prominent Evelyn Marcus. At least, when she's not reading the most groan-worthy script of all time.
Joy, we'll make Umbrella the biggest company in the world. Fuck Google, fuck Zuckerberg, they deliver eyeballs. Umbrella will deliver minds.
In fact, Paula Nunez's acting is so over the top that I couldn't help but think she could have been a decent Excella Guillaume from Resident Evil 5.
You'll be needing a partner, right? Someone suitable to join you in your new world? I believe I've proven I'm worthy, haven't I?
You and me. We're gonna drive this one home. Just like the old days.
Granted, Excel is Italian and Nunez is Mexican, but hey, better to look good in tacky-ass stilettos there than the clown shoes here.
Heartbreak changed me, baby, but look at where I ended up.
Anyway, back to Jade. I swear to God, they were just making shit up as we bounced from one location to another. Look at this shit. She's jumping off a wall several stories up at the end of episode 1, Oh, but thank God there was the world's softest Jeep at the bottom to cushion her fall in the beginning of episode 2.
That's lucky.
She gets saved by a random character that you think is being set up to be her sidekick for a while, but is immediately killed by zombies.
I save you, you save me.
12 seconds later.
Nearly every new character that gets introduced barely lasts longer than the episode they're in, or isn't entirely as important as the dialogue would suggest. In one case, there's an important character that Jade is trying to meet up with in episode 2 named Barry. No, not Barry Burton from the actual games. This show has zero interest in having cool characters.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks.
This is an entirely different Barry, who is a zombie in his wife's bathroom.
What the fuck?
Okay, someone convince me this isn't a ripoff of that scene from Resident Evil Apocalypse.
It's my sister. She's not well.
You're feeding her? You're sick.
Anyway, the point I was trying to make, he's built up to be important. He dies before he's even introduced. Quality writing over at Netflix, y'all.
Hope you like oatmeal raisin.
My favorite.
This pattern continues for most of the show, with some exceptions toward the later half. One thing I should mention is this big mystery that the show thinks is doing a good job of introducing. You see, Baxter says that Billy's been looking for Jade.
Your sister's been looking for you.
But Jade reveals that Billy's been dead for years.
My sister's dead. She died when I was 14.
Who cares?
Let me tell you just how shit this reveal is. Billy never dies in this show, so I have no idea what I was supposed to feel when this reveal was, well, revealed. There's a lot of that going on in this show, and all of the payoffs are either lackluster or hilarious.
We need to test it. On a real serum. We just have to get permission first. Dock the ship and wait 2 weeks.
A few minutes later.
Arguably, the only other thing the show gets right is having Lance Reddick on board. Let me get this out of the way, the man is not a good fit for Wesker. In the games, the man was not just white, but a self-absorbed, pretentious asshole who thought super highly of himself.
All the better for me. Now that the cat dragged in this nice surprise, your ever so caring brother will definitely show up.
Lance Reddick does not play that kind of character. He's a dignified gentleman, cool and grounded. He's a terrific actor, but I can't see him being that hammy.
Bro, chill?
I said hammy, not cringy. The point is, Wesker is a good guy in this show, for some reason. He goes to parent-teacher meetings, he loves his daughter, he's a family man, he plays second fiddle to Evelyn. Does this sound like Albert Wesker to you?
Unlimited breadsticks. Are you seeing this? Unlimited breadsticks. Please, make it stop.
What is life anymore? Why is life anymore? Is existence just confusion now? Lance Reddick is a terrible Wesker. Though I think the MCU missed out on making him Blade instead of Marshall Ali.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh yeah, Wesker cloned himself a bunch of times and each clone has its own personality. It's so stupid. But thanks for the laughs, rendering Wesker into a joke. Thanks, writers, you hacks. I won't pretend that Reddick doesn't have his good acting moments. The scene where he threatens the father of a bully was particularly well written.
I want it so that no tech company ever hires you. Not Apple, not Google. I want Pornhub to shred your resume.
But I'm pretty sure it wasn't the talent of a professional screenwriter. I suspect it was this baby guinea pig. Yeah, I think it's the guinea pig. Seems legit. No matter how many episodes in you get, nothing really improves. Jade's character only devolves into becoming more selfish, into basically the antagonist of the show, though the writers want you to believe that she's just a flawed person. And a grand mystery over what exactly makes Jade's daughter so special. Resulting in Billy kidnapping her and leaving Jade for dead.
I don't need you anymore.
Frankly, I don't care. I don't want another season to explain anything here. I don't want any more of this show. Burn it all down and piss on the ashes. Apparently, the showrunner wants to do a random-ass number of 17 seasons. Dude, stop. Just stop. You botched it. You fucked it up. You failed. You blew it. Move on and do something else. Like the rest of us. We appreciate your enthusiasm, and by appreciate, we really don't. We hate it. Goodbye, good luck. As for everyone else, don't watch this. It's not worth it. You know what I just watched? I just watched the anime series Bastard. There are so many boobs in that show. You don't get boobs in here. You don't even get Resident Evil in a show titled Resident Evil. My honest rating for Netflix's Resident Evil, a 1 out of 5.
I hate it.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Hope to see you soon.